Good morning again. The Honorable Stuart Young, SC, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and I must say, my Prime Minister. Senator the Honorable Paula Gopi-Skoon, Minister of Trade and Industry. Ms. Sonja Vozier, President of the Shipping Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Riyad Juman, Acting Commissioner, Controller of Customs and Exiles. Executive members of the Shipping Association of Trinidad and Tobago, distinguished guests, industry stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. It is a pleasure and an honor to join you today for the annual general meeting, an important gathering of minds in the maritime and logistics sector. I start by thanking you for your continuous partnership in developing and sustaining one of the most vital sectors of our national economy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no secret that Trinidad and Tobago stands at an economic crossroad. For decades, we have relied heavily on our energy resources. However, as global dynamics evolve, it has become clear that economic diversification is not merely a strategic option, it is a national imperative. It is my view that the center of this transition lies in the maritime sector. With the maritime space 15 times our land mass and the blue economy estimated to be worth over $22 billion, the government has moved decisively to harness this potential. That is why I am proud to share the Cabinet has recently approved the National Maritime Policy and Strategy, a comprehensive, stakeholders-informed roadmap designed to modernize, expand, and sustainably develop our ocean-based economy. This strategy, aligned with Vision 2030 and the UN Sustainable Development Goals, it seeks to transform Trinidad and Tobago into a regional maritime hub, driving growth in transshipment, ship repair, bunkering, yachting, cruise tourism, marine services, and logistics, while ensuring environmental sustainability and resilience. To support this vision, the Ministry has undertaken several key initiatives. One, the Public-Private Partnership Project. The procurement process for the PATT-PPP project is in its final stage, and a decision is on the horizon. This initiative aims to bring modern infrastructure, efficient operations, and investment confidence to our port and maritime landscape. It is a first in the maritime sector, and we intend on reviewing other areas of operations with the aim to improve efficiency in this sector. And just to let you know what I'm actually speaking about is the PPP for the Port of Port of Spain, which I understand will close in about 5 days. And we are hoping to have an evaluation done soon after to have a preferred partner for the Port of Port of Spain. Two, the dry dock development. The proposed dry docking and ship repair facility remains a high priority for this administration. It represents a critical piece of the infrastructure puzzle, and it is receiving attention it deserves at the highest level of government. And again, only this morning, we signed off on the heavy lift for the carry dock facility, where we expect by the middle of next month to have a heavy lift at carry dock for the continued repairs of large vessels coming in to our waters. That should be here by the middle of this month, next month. Three, the modernization of the maritime legislation. As we are also advanced in revision of our legislative framework. The Shipping Act, which has undergone comprehensive review, was at a joint select committee of the Parliament, and we have made substantial advancement. All clauses have been amended to facilitate its passing with a simple majority in the next session of Parliament. This update will allow Trinidad and Tobago to meet the international obligation and promote a modern competitive shipping environment. 4, and this is what, Sanjay, I know you have been advocating for, funding for the maritime development initiatives. At this time, under the Ministry of Works and Transport Public Sector Investment Program, we have a number of projects geared towards the maritime sector. However, it was brought to the Ministry's attention by the Shipping Association that there was a need to have targeted assistance in specific areas. To this effect, we have agreed to continue discussions on the identification of initiatives to grow the industry, which we will take to Cabinet for its approval and funding. And this, I'm hoping that you will get that funding that you have been clamoring for to help your association to continue to promote the business. And that note will go as early as next week, Thursday, and I'm happy that the Prime Minister is here, so he will approve and confirm it immediately. Another area that I know you have been clamoring for, which is the self-regulation of the industry. Another area which has been brought to our attention is that of self-regulations for the industry. This we support with the correct level of oversight from the state. And we have submitted proposals for possible inclusion in this legislation being developed. And again, I want to say that a note will be going to Cabinet on Thursday to start that process. So the Ministry will recommend that you get what you always clamored for, self-regulations. However, we will continue to take a position where if anybody feels that they are not treated fairly by the association, the Minister will then have redress on it. So I give you the assurance Tuesday that note will go, and you will not have to come back to the Ministry and clamor. Every document they send for the last 8 years, I have seen that on the document. We can put an X by that. Done. Colleagues, these efforts are not isolated. They are part of a wider national strategy to create jobs, increase exports, reduce logistical costs, and attract foreign direct investment, all whilst ensuring that our people, our environment, and our economy are safeguarded for generations to come. Before I close, allow me to acknowledge the strategic role of the Shipping Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Your voice, your expertise, and your advocacy have helped to shape the policies we are now implementing. And as we embark on a new maritime era, your continued partnership will be vital. Let us work towards anchoring a future where the sea around us becomes engines of sustainable prosperity for our people, our business, and our nation. I thank you for all your support as Minister of Works and Transport, and I too now look forward to hearing from the 8th Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.